this month, and you're going to be surprised that even with as much money as I made, I was still able to go and take a whole weekend. I took a Thursday after class, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and spent it with friends. And I have to say, we do this every year. It is so refreshing and so renewing. And we always rent a place by a lake because we all love to kayak, and we all got a chance to go on the water. This time we were right on the lake, and it was so relaxing. So I'm going to show you a little bit of that too. What's not to enjoy? What's not to enjoy?
Listen, child, how your voice making these sounds where they tumble as mountain and stone. Rage has a way of unleashing your soul.
All right, so in between all of the activities that I've been doing this month, I actually worked quite a bit. I made $3,243, and that was with taking a weekend off to go up north. So I am super excited that since I've come back from Europe, that I've been able to actually show myself that I can take time off. My students will come back. I will make as much money. And honestly, I'm very happy that I'm not like killing myself for that extra $260 to make $3,500 as my goal. I would much rather enjoy myself and be renewed and refreshed for my students and for myself. So we're going to break it down right now. So as you know, there's always three things that I want to show you on this video, on the income report video. Number one, where all my money came from. What did I do? Number two, how did I feel about it? And number three, if there were any pearls of wisdom or trends that I saw that were happening that month. So let's get started. So VIPKID was by far the biggest income generator. I went all in on VIP. I have decided that I do not want to work at, say, ABC anymore. My contract is still, still there because I'm in the 3-month contract, and but I've decided that I'm not going to open up any other shifts. I have to say I'm a little uneasy about only having one company other than Cambly or other than user testing, because if something were to happen, like for instance the new Chinese Ministry of Education requirement changes, then maybe, or they just shut their doors, or they stopped paying teachers, or I don't know, they said next month everybody needs a teaching certificate, then, I would kind of be out of luck. So, but I'm still working through that, and I'm actually working through kind of getting a plan on what to do with that anxiety or uneasiness. So I'm going to tell you about a couple of those options that I have thought about for myself. So VIP, $3,153. I have to say a lot of it was short noticed. Again, September was kind of one of those months that the students weren't really happy about being in class. We as teachers, I'm sure as everyone in all of the Chinese ESL companies, found out that the Ministry of Education were deciding to limit the hours that students could take classes. So there's two main requirements that are affecting us. No classes past 9 Beijing time, 9 p.m. Beijing time, and also no back-to-back classes for more than 50 minutes. So they can only have a 25 to 40 minute class. So that has been a little bit of an anxiety for a lot of students and a lot of teachers. I think that VIP was one of those forefront runners where they were actually able to think on their feet, and this kind of caused a lot of anxiety to teachers because they weren't really coming out with any information. The communication wasn't clear, but having run a business before, you want to make sure that you have all your ducks in a row before you tell your employees so you don't cause any kind of problems. You want to make sure that you maintain those employees so that they're not jumping ship if you say something and they're like, oh, I can't do that anymore. And then it changes, then you'll never get those employees back. So I kind of understand why they did it. So we will talk about number 2, what I learned about that. Let's see. So say ABC, 0. Cambly decided again for a whole month. I chose not to. And actually, I didn't even want to go back on because although I told my students that I wouldn't be taking reservations, but that they could call me if I was available, I just really didn't want to. I wanted to teach new students, but I didn't know how to get that new student. And I was really afraid that if I made myself available, that my old students would contact me, and then it would just be like all of the rest of the months for the last year that, oh, I want to see you every Tuesday and Wednesday from this time to this time. And then it would be booked, and I would be booked solid. So I again didn't teach on Cambly, so that was a big goose egg. And then user testing, I actually made $90, so I was pretty happy with that. One of them was a $30 60-minute interview, so it was pretty quick and easy for me this month to make $90 from user testing. So let's see, what did I learn? Well, I learned that I am not a panicker. I really felt deep in my soul that VIP was going to be able to come up with something, and they started to do these things like take away supplementary classes and not allow them to count for our total class. And I started to think okay, well, is that possibility because supplementary could be fun classes and they're not educational, and are they going to allow those to be past the 9 p.m. Beijing time? And it did turn out that although we haven't heard anything about the supplemental, even though I think that could potentially be what they're thinking of, we are able to do trials. So because I am a trial student or a trial teacher already, and I'm already certified, I was super happy. One of the things, even though I didn't panic, I still felt like I needed a backup. Remember I told you that VIP, I don't really like having all of my eggs in one basket. So I really started to amp up my videos too. I feel like if I have a broader range of ESL teachers and not just VIP, that I have a niche. I've seen that there's a hole in this area of what a VIPKID teacher or what an ESL teacher does after class. And most people know if you're a stay-at-home mom what you're doing, or maybe if you're retired what you're doing, but I am not any of those or either of those. And so I like to travel, and I'm in my 40s, and I have no children, and I'm not married. And so this can be a totally different group of people that are ESL online teachers that can see this on top of everyone else. Everyone's welcome, totally inclusive. So number 2, I've decided to diversify, and I'm kind of figuring out what I wanted to diversify in. So, and number 3, I realized again, I can take a whole weekend off and still make the same amount of money. It's frustrating to me. And it was mostly because I short noticed classes and got the extra little money here and there, and that really can add up. I also converted. I made $115 on trial conversions, so I was like super stoked. I have a feeling that VIP had some sort of sale going on or something. My pearls of wisdom are actually the minimal props that I use. So let's talk about minimal props. For me, it reduces the stress. If you've not seen my video for minimal props, then you should go and watch that as well. And today, in this video, I show you a minimal prop that I got that, even though it might not look minimal, it is definitely minimal, because if I needed to, I could just take this and take one of each of these, have a piece of cake, and then have all of the fruits, and I could use one of these as a piece of cake, as a reward. So like, for instance, I could say, oh, you like cake, right? Great, one cherry, you did so good. One kiwi. But minimal props is where I'm at. I have everything within reach, and that is my pearl of wisdom. It does not drive myself crazy, and I'm also not preparing at all. I know where everything is, and so I'm preparing for the lesson if I've never seen it before, but I have everything that I want. So I might not have the exact thing. And then there were a bunch of people who said that they wanted to see kind of like what I did after I teach. And the most common thing that I do after I teach is I take my dog out for a walk. This time I went to a park that I love, which is literally 3 blocks down the road. So I hope you enjoy this. I'm not sure if this is what you really want to see. Please, in the comments, write what you'd like to see. Would you just like to see the income reports, or would you like to see a little snippet of my life? So I hope you like it. You know how I love to use shower curtains or something cheap to hang as a background. And so I'm going to show you a couple of the shower curtains that I got again at VOA this month, and a prop. I actually purchased a prop. I cannot believe it. I don't think I have bought a prop in maybe 6 or 7 months. So this is really exciting. It is the end of the month, and which means that I went to Volunteers of America, which is my secondhand store in the area that I live in, and everything was 50% off. So I want to show you, I usually do not shop, but this is my new background. This was actually a weighted tablecloth, so it's pretty thick. I again remember I don't have to worry about the white background because I have a black curtain underneath. I was thinking about possibly trying green screen, but I need to like do a little bit more research. It might be something that I would be interested in, and there was a green tablecloth there, but it was shiny, so I wasn't really sure if that would help. But let me show you everything else that I got. Remember, it was 50% off. So this was $1.50 because it was $3, $2.99 usually. This was my old one, which actually I really enjoyed and liked. And I only had it up for maybe a month, maybe 3 weeks. But I'm going to put this away and leave this one up for a while. And then I will show you. So I got this one. As you can tell, maybe you can't. I like blue. I also like the geometric shapes that are kind of just easy to put in to, you know, myself so that I can just stand behind them. So this one was like $1.50, and I can just hang it up. And then I was so excited. They had winter ones. So normally I like snowflakes. I don't really like a Christian theme or Christmas or Hanukkah or any of that. So I got this one, which says "Let It Snow," which is really kind of cute and modern and like maybe a little hipster trendy. And then I got this one, which is really firm and it just has snowflakes. And I couldn't be more excited. This one was also $1.50, so, and it's pretty thick. So I'm super excited about that. I also found this for a quarter. Alligator. Or crocodile or whatever. And one more thing, again, I am a minimal prop person, so it takes me a lot. Like for instance, this quarter, one of the trials at VIPKID has alligators in it. Some of the kids that are a little bit more advanced in the beginner trial, if they're doing A and they're doing apple, I do ant and then alligator. So they really like that. And then there's also a really cool trial that we do that is like walking in the jungle, walking in the jungle. I see a monkey, I see a monkey. And then when the song ends, I'm like, walking in the jungle, walking in the jungle. I see a alligator or crocodile or whatever they think. So, yeah, that quarter, cool. But get this. So it was 202, which means it was 101. And check this out. It's Velcro pieces. So not only does it Velcro together, you get one piece of cake. But it also has these toppings that you can remove, which I'm not really worried about that one. But look at this. Kiwi, cherry and red and green. And then we have strawberries and kiwis. And we have segments of oranges. And then we have some candles. So we can be like, below, happy birthday to you. So this is gonna be one of my rewards where I'm like, you get 1 piece of cake, 2 pieces of cake, 3 pieces of cake, 4 pieces of cake, 5 pieces of cake, 6 pieces of cake. That looks great. $1.01. I'm super stoked. And I want to show you something because I haven't said anything about this. Oh, look, it's just a VIPKID shirt, but check this out. I have been invited to go to China and travel and go to the VIPKID headquarters. And we are going to have a VIPKID meeting or night where we introduce ourselves to a lot of lead teachers. And all of it is tax deductible. And I can't wait. I'm going to be going in November, in the middle of November. So I'm hoping to take some videos and I'm hoping to help understand some of the things that VIPKID does. So if you are a VIPKID teacher and you have a specific question like, how do lead teachers pick other teachers? And I will show you, I have a secret weapon. So that will be for the next video because it's still coming in the mail. So I'm super excited and stoked about that. But I have a lot of things and I'm super excited to show you. I hope that you enjoyed the income report. Please, please, please subscribe. Click subscribe, email me, comment. If you want to get on our email list, it goes out every month, usually twice, once announcing any videos that I have, once announcing the income report. We don't spam you and you can get it there. But really, I usually attach videos to YouTube before I actually work on the blog. It's just a little bit easier for me. So if you subscribe here, you'll get the notification and ding, it will show up in your app.